Did Trump's lawyers actually help Democrats?
That's basically what we call a false flag argument.
Does Team Trump's defense here hold water?
This was pretty weak tea. I would think you would come with something that is a little bit stronger than what they were able to give today.
Brian Williams actually used to host the nightly news. Shocking. All right. Some of the media not impressed by President Trump's legal team as they wrap up their first day.
And here to break down the bias, senior writer and producer at the Heritage Foundation and visiting fellow of Independent Women's Forum, Kelsey Bolar. Kelsey, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Break it down. Pete was just pointing to Brian Williams. It really is interesting. You know, he was the voice of the news for many Americans for decades, and now you've got this example.
This is just a taste of what we're in for throughout the next couple days as President Trump's defense team makes their case before the Senate. Look, many in the media are going to take it as their job, their civic duty to do a lot of quote-unquote fact-checking and attempt to really undermine the president's defense team's case here. This is something we didn't see much of when the Democrats were making their case before the Senate. But, of course, why is this happening? The media has been biased for years now. This is something we saw leading into the 2016 election. They said they would change their ways, reevaluate what they were doing. That didn't happen. They turned around, peddled the whole Russia collusion theory, and now they're not covering the Senate impeachment trial fairly either. Well, but, you know, Americans expect this at this point.
We know who they are. I mean, the head of CNN said we're all in for impeachment, whatever we can do, no matter what. That's our focus, Mueller impeachment. One commentator on that network actually said part of the reason the White House's argument is no good is because it's all white men. You know, you look at the Democrat managers, diversity, women, minorities, it's all white guys. What does that have to do with an argument about constitutionality?
Of course, it has nothing to do with the argument about constitutionality. What you're referring to is Jeffrey Toobin, who was sitting on a panel, mind you, with all white individuals, 4 white men, 1 woman. Of course, their race, their gender shouldn't have anything to do with the panel that he's sitting on or with the impeachment trial that we're watching unfold today. But this is the identity politics world we live in, where they're going to attempt to discredit the president's argument based on things as silly as gender and skin color.
Now, sometimes we do hear things that go against that grain, and that is Ari Melber, one of the hosts on MSNBC, had this to say. Listen.
I do not see an overwhelming case and overwhelming evidence by these Democrats to support convicting on obstructing Congress. Is there enough evidence to support the immediate removal of the president? I haven't seen them land that.
That's interesting. If you look at the video, too, Kelsey, the other host, he's in the center there of
Chris Hayes.
4 people looking at him going, are you aware of what you're saying, sir?
I think we have to give Ari Melber a lot of credit here for speaking the facts. It shouldn't be that difficult to do. The argument he's making is very much fact-based. Anybody who looks at the obstruction charge should be able to come to the same conclusion that Ari Melber arrived to. Unfortunately for him, because he works at MSNBC, if you look at the Twitter reaction to what he just said, he is facing calls for boycotts to his show for daring to speak the truth.
Very inclusive of all sides. He's just talking about evidence.
Kelsey, thank you.
Kelsey, thank you.
Thank you.